The 2010s gave us some of the most unforgettable moments in cinema history. From the unforgettable Joker dance scene to Tom Cruise's heart-thumping Halo jump, here are the top 10 best movie scenes of the last decade. But before we go on with the video, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you get notified every time we drop something new. Also, check out our other channel, YaboyRocklee Reactions, for more K-pop and anime reactions. Now, let's get to it. Number 10. The Sunken Place. Get Out.
By the way, I would have voted for Obama for a third term if I could. Best president in my lifetime, hands down.
I agree.
Yeah.
Our first stop is Get Out, one of the most terrifying movies of the 2010s, and inarguably one of the most successful. Released on February 24, 2017, Get Out received widespread critical acclaim and quickly became a fan favorite. 30 minutes into the horror film, Chris, played by Daniel Kaluuya, senses something sinister at play when he sits down with his girlfriend's mom to confront his smoking problems, using hypotherapy. But nothing could have prepared him for the horrifying twist that was about to play out. With the sound of the spoon echoing into his very soul, Chris found himself being gradually lured into the deepest abyss of his subconscious, the sunken place, as the audience gets immersed into the full experience. This scene remains one of the most mentally disturbing moments in any horror thriller, and will probably linger in our memories for a long time. Number 9. Single Take Boxing Scene. Creed 2015.
Well, you need to stay away from me.
Man, don't touch me. Get your hands off me, old man!
Coming next on our list is Creed, the Rocky spin-off that was a million times better than anyone expected. Although the movie features many memorable moments, the one that seems to stick with all of us is the 2-round boxing match between Adonis Johnson and Leo the Lion Sparino. This marvelous feat of cinematic genius was captured in one fluid take, without any cuts, a filming technique known in the industry as a oneer. Preparations for the scene took a whole month, as Michael B. Jordan and the other stars who were featured in the scene worked day and night to deliver a perfectly memorized routine. The result of these intense efforts was a scene that most of us won't forget in a hurry. Number 8. Halo Jump Scene. Mission Impossible Fallout.
The widow's meeting Lark at the VIP lounge at midnight. No one will be admitted without a pre-issued electronic ID band. We've acquired the unique RFID number for Lark's band, allowing us to locate it with these.
At this point, it's pretty fair to say that Tom Cruise is a superhuman. In this epic scene from Mission Impossible Fallout, Tom Cruise performs a halo jump from 25,000 feet, creating one of the most epic stunts in the history of the franchise. While most actors would conveniently choose the green screen option, Tom Cruise opted to do the stunt himself, which doesn't necessarily come as a surprise. Turns out, it actually took over 100 skydiving jumps to create the final scene we got to see in the movie. The reason there were so many attempts was because the actor had to qualify for the jump at different heights. Therefore, numerous jumps were done at lower altitudes as part of the grueling rehearsal process. Shooting the scene was another arduous task on its own, as it required specifically designed equipment, as well as an impressive level of precision and accuracy from both the action star and the cameraman. Well, the result speaks for itself. Number 7. Expired Medication. Wolf of Wall Street 2013.
Yep, on a daily basis I consume enough drugs to sedate Manhattan, Long Island, and Queens for a month.
The Wolf of Wall Street followed the lives of Jordan Belfort and Donnie Azoff as they cheated their way to the top of the ladder, defrauding their shareholders while manipulating the stocks of dozens of companies for personal gain. Most people would describe the movie as 3 hours of booze, drugs, money falling from the sky, and of course, more drugs. Whether you found the movie offensive or hilarious, there is one scene that will definitely stand out, both for its realistic acting and the level of attention that was given to every detail. In this epic scene, Leonardo DiCaprio and Donnie Azoff ingest an expired medication, and let's just say the results were quite unexpected. From the unforgettable display of hilarity to the impressive acting that made the act as realistic as possible, this scene will forever be remembered as one of the wildest and most memorable moments in any film released in the 2010s. Number 6. No Man's Land, Wonder Woman 2017. The No Man's Land sequence in the hit superhero movie Wonder Woman only lasted about 3 minutes. But these few minutes redefined the image of superhero cinema forever. Gal Gadot delivers a hair-raising, spine-tingling performance in this epic scene, as she takes on an army all by herself. According to director Patty Jenkins, the scene was meant to be the birth of Wonder Woman, signifying her entry into the very essence of heroism. With every blood-thumping step she took, the audience was drawn into the whole experience. And when the dust settled, Diana had not only conquered the land, but also our hearts. Number 5. The Window Scene, Birdman 2014.
This is my chance to finally do some work that actually means something.
It means something to who? You had a career, Dad, before the third comic book movie. Before people started to forget who was inside that bird costume.
Up next is Birdman, a black comedy drama film which follows the story of Regan Thompson, a washed-up Hollywood actor, whose role as the superhero Birdman wasn't creating as much buzz as it used to. In an attempt to revitalize his dying career, Thompson mounts a Broadway play, but things don't go exactly as planned. Although the movie was exceptionally good, the most memorable part of the film was in fact the ending. It was so obscure that it left many confused as the end credits rolled, wondering what exactly had happened. In the scene, Regan can be seen lying in a hospital bed after shooting his nose off the previous night. When his daughter leaves the room and comes back, she finds an empty bed and an open window. Scared that the worst had happened, she rushed to the window and looked down with despair. Then, she looked up with delight and wide eyes, leaving the audience guessing what exactly had happened. To date, many people continue to grapple with the mystery surrounding the scene, making it a major talking point in the remarkably successful film. Number 4. The Evening Visit, Parasite 2019.
이렇게 모든 종류의 술을 다.
아버지, 제가 특별히 하나 더 섞어드리겠습니다.
In case you haven't seen this comedy thriller, you should definitely go check it out. But we must warn you, we'll be dishing out a few spoilers in this video, so you may want to fast forward a bit if you don't want that. After successfully infiltrating the home of an unsuspecting wealthy family, posing as unrelated overqualified individuals, the Kim family settles into the home of their employer, getting a taste of the lifestyle of the rich and powerful after the employer leaves on the trip. One night, they heard a strange knock on the door, and when they opened it, it turned out to be the former caretaker of the home. At first, she claimed that she had to come back to pick up something she left in the basement, but the Kim family were shocked to discover that her husband had been living in the basement for years. The scene is quite tear-jerking as it reveals the struggles of the lower class and the fight for survival. Number 3. Staircase Dance, Joker 2019. There is rarely any movie released in the 2010s that can rival the success and cultural impact of Todd Phillips' Joker. But even more iconic is the staircase dance, which has been immortalized by internet memes. In the scene, Arthur Fleck, played by Joaquin Phoenix, heads over to Murray Franklin's talk show with a sinister plan in mind. Dressed in a full clown costume, the Joker dances down the stairs in a carefree manner, as Gary Glitter's Rock and Roll Part 2 plays in the background. From the iconic performance delivered by Joaquin Phoenix to the remarkable cinematography, this movie has everything necessary to become the most unforgettable moment in the entire movie. The staircase, located in the High Bridge neighborhood of the Bronx, New York, has also become a sort of tourist attraction, with many internet sleuths attempting to recreate the dance themselves. Number 2. Thanos erases half the universe.
You should have gone for the head.
Avengers Infinity War 2018. After collecting all the Infinity Stones in Avengers Infinity War, Thanos achieves what very few supervillains can boast of. His plan came together perfectly. This was the first time in a very long time when a villain would stand tall at the end of a superhero movie. And it stands as a testament to the fact that sometimes even superheroes can save us. Although the wrongs were eventually righted in Avengers Endgame, many of us haven't been able to break free from the emotional turmoil that filled our hearts after half of the universe got wiped away from a single snap of the finger. The fact that there was no music in the background made the scene even more emotional, as half of the humans around the world turned to dust, leaving a trail of destruction and mourning in its way. Apart from the death of Tony Stark in Avengers Endgame, which cannot be topped by any other act, this scene is probably the most emotional sequence in the entire Avengers franchise. Number 1. All three Spideys, Spider-Man No Way Home 2021.
Okay, guys, it could be any minute now.
Yep, almost done.
You know, Max was like the sweetest guy ever.
Although it didn't come out in the 2010s, this one is definitely worth mentioning, as it remains one of the most iconic reveals in the history of the Spider-Man franchise. The scene, which featured Tom Holland, Andrew Garfield, and Tobey Maguire, three of the most iconic stars to even don the Spider-Man mask, is a culmination of decades of storytelling, and has often been lauded as the most raw and emotional scene in the entire movie. It took 10 rewrites to get the sequence right, but it was definitely worth it. The scene was probably the most anticipated part of the film, and it delivered well, as the three heroes from different dimensions recounted the struggle of continually saving the world from the shadows, while they lost the people that are most precious to them. It takes us on an emotional roller coaster and ultimately aids Holland's Peter Parker in learning what it really means to be Spider-Man. Which of these scenes is your favorite? Let us know in the comments down below. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and subscribe to Yaboyrocklee reactions for more amazing content. Bye for now, and I'll see you in the next video.